forever. And we're actually on Facebook, not Facebook, but YouTube Live. So if you have not already, please go ahead and follow us on YouTube, like and subscribe to our channel, which is youtube.com backslash iMakeUpMe1, which is iMakeUpMe1. All right, so I'm so excited because today I have one of the best makeup artists in the game, Miss Tiffany Flowers Hurst. Yay! Tiffany is here. So I'm just like really excited that she is here. I'm excited that we're going to be having this conversation. And this conversation is one that I feel like should be talked about more so than the glamorous side of entrepreneurship. And the title of this one is Mental Health and Entrepreneurs or Entrepreneurship. So we're actually going to just go ahead and let me just pause for the calls. This podcast is brought to you by iMakeUpMe Beauty and Skincare. We're located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, 60928th Avenue. Make sure you shop with us online. We have body butters that will make you throw away your lotion. Promise you that. And you can visit us at iMakeUpMe.com for all of your beauty and skincare needs. And so, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get started with what we have going on. So excuse me real quick. Let me do this one.
She is recording on like 9 different devices right now. Okay, she's like pulling out stuff. I don't even know what it looked. It's like, do I look here? Do I look here? Do I look?
You just look right there.
I don't know what it looked.
Yeah, we're getting it.
I'm just here.
Yeah.
Just have to be in her presence.
No, what? Cannot be so.
She's really just happy to be in her mind, to be honest.
I am. Like, no lie.
So what is this?
So this we were. Hopefully, no, resume. So this one we're going to be doing. We're not going to be live for long on Facebook because we want people to go on our YouTube channel.
True.
And follow. So excuse me, people. All right. So again. Yeah, so Tiffany, thank you for this is our like relaunch episode. So this is the epic episode.
Okay.
Where we are relaunching our YouTube. We did a relaunch of the YouTube and now we are relaunching our podcast.
Okay.
Unapologetically Flawed.
I'll be on my best behavior.
Yes. But look, I want you to be like as candid and open as possible.
Okay, I'm gonna be on my worst behavior.
Okay, let's do that.
And look at that little arm. Look at that arm.
Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Mental health and entrepreneurship. When you tell me a little bit about you and who you are, so the people know exactly who I'm sitting in the presence of.
Okay, all right. So my name is Tiffany Flowers Hurst, also known as Cindy LaWay. And I am a makeup artist. I own a beauty bar, Bun Mercy Beauty Bar. We're located off of Greensboro Avenue, 3116 25th Avenue. And we're we're not a whole lot like Singrid. I mean, I guess we haven't come in that we do makeup. And we do teeth whitening. We do the individual mink lashes. I don't do them, but someone there does them. We have a little kids boutique. What else do we have there?
There's a lot of stuff.
I'm there. Yes, we have a lot of stuff there. So that's where you'll find me at most days, doing makeup.
Yes.
Yeah. And then when I guess I'm not doing makeup, I'm a wife. I am a mother of 4 little girls. And, that's a lot. That's all I got going on for myself right now.
That's a lot, though. So, and the reason why I wanted to do this episode or this topic is because mental health and entrepreneurship, people see the glamorous side of entrepreneurship. Oh, you get to work for yourself. You're not working for the man anymore. You're not working. You get to pick your own hours. Yeah, that's true. However, the side that you don't understand is that although I'm picking my own hours, I also have to make sure I'm not living from client to client,
yes,
or from client to Jesus to client.
Mm-hmm. I've never experienced stress like I've experienced working for myself, like just pure stress because when you work for somebody else, it's like, yeah, you gotta work, you're supposed to be working at the job you work at, right? But regardless of how good or bad you are at your job, you're gonna get paid at the end of the week or every 2 weeks, right? If I don't do makeup, I don't get paid. If I don't get paid, bills don't get paid. And the bills don't get paid. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And it's stressful, man. This is why my hair's so short. I'm stressed, man. I got no hair. It's falling out.
Well, I mean, and I think people don't see that part. Like, they don't see that and with me, that's why I'm very particular about my client, my customer service, because I value you. And Tiffany is a client of mine.
Yes.
She is a client of mine. And I value her, not just as being a fellow makeup artist or assistant in the industry, but she's a client. She's a paying client. And that, I love that. I love that I'm able to service people, but people trust me enough to pay me. And like she said, it's stressful. It's stressful. Like, I don't have children. It's just me and my husband. So even with that, trying to be a wife, trying to be an entrepreneur, and what people don't really realize is that the money that's here is for everything. It's for business and house. So you can't just say, "Oh, you making all the money." Yeah, but the overhead, is overhead. Like, my lifestyle didn't stop.
Exactly.
Because I changed to be an entrepreneur,
so, or even, so I'm totally stressed about like the work portion and bills and stuff like that. But even like just the service that I provide, I am always so stressed and so nervous. Did they like it? Are they pleased? I went to Selma on Saturday to do makeup for a wedding.
Which those pictures were.
She was beautiful. She's beautiful anyway. She's beautiful. As I drove home, that hour and 25 minutes, I drove home with no music on because I was so stressed about, did she like it? Are her pictures going to turn out good? Did I make sure that I blended this? Did I make sure that her lashes are on even? Like, it never ends because you're in this industry and you want to please people because it's a people pleasing industry, and it's very stressful. And the only thing that really eased me last night was when she missed me and she was like, "You man, love my makeup," but it's still, man, it's like, oh.
But I mean that, and that too, because you do have, and if people don't understand that, if your client is not satisfied, then that affects your pay. That affect, because and it might not immediately affect it, but if they're not, the word of mouth, if they're not talking about you, if they're not recommending you, then you're, the financial portion is like, okay, I need people to come in here. I need to, make sure I keep my standard of service
like this high. When I worked at Mac, one of the things that they will always talk about is if you do a service on one person and they're pleased, they may not tell anybody, or they may tell one person. But if you do a service on somebody and they are displeased, you have better believe they on the phone as soon as they leave. They done told 10, 15 people in 10 minutes. So you just really have to. I don't understand how people stay in business who have crappy attitudes, have horrible service, no rapport. I don't understand how people continue to go back to people like that. Meanwhile, I'm over here pulling out the red carpet for every single one of my clients. I'm sending them smiling emojis. I'm sending the sun. I mean, I'm doing the hug emoji on every time I text somebody. And it's stressful.
Yeah, and like you said, the standard, like you keeping the standard, and it's like, wait a minute, now I know they did your makeup bad because you told me, and you back over there, or I know you don't
or
like
you were there for 2 or 3 hours, or when you got there they weren't there, they didn't cancel your appointment, but you still go back. I've never understood that kind of stuff. If I know I'm not receiving, or I feel like I'm not receiving good customer service, I'm just not going, period. It's nothing that I want that bad except for when Milton's was open. You remember Milton? I didn't care about the attitude. The food was good.
See, I never really ate there. And it was because I lived down 16. I lived in Duncanville. So it was just like, I'm not going.
Yeah, it was delicious.
I never, well, no, I take it back. I had Milton one time when I was working, like 20 years ago.
Oh, well.
But I worked on the west side.
No.
Yeah, but I'm on the west side now, but
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but they ain't open no more.
Well, now, but
yeah. You know, they have some good food. I don't care about that too.
So, right, yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, and the mental health side, and like she said, it's just stress. And then, like, I know for me, it was a issue or a period of time where I feel like I was going to lose my mind. Mm-hmm. And it was like everything was coming down. And it wasn't so much as the stress of the job. It was, or being an entrepreneur, it was the stress of, wait a minute. So my reality now is that I don't clock in for nobody. My reality now is I'm not getting a check direct deposit every 2 weeks.
Yes.
The reality is I ain't got no holiday pay, no sick insurance, or short-term insurance. Like, I don't have that now. Mm-hmm. So it's like, wait a minute. When reality started to set in with me, I was like, girl.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard. I mean, yeah, you set a budget. And I project, every week I project how much I need to make, how much I'm going to make, and stuff like that. But you just never really know. I mean, you have a client cancel the day before, or just not show up, period, or anything. And that's money you just can't even count.
Which, let me just say this. If you are in business, get your deposits. You might not get your full pay, but do set it up to where you're not taking a total loss.
Yeah.
I always tell people this when I talk to them about, you know, being an entrepreneur and things like that. When people go online, they don't tell the people, well, hold this in my cart. I got to come back. They paying for it right then. So if they're booking you online, they ain't finna hold it in your cart. You finna pay this deposit and then, you know, move on, because at the end of the day, this is time. This is your job. You have to make sure you're secure and you're taken care of. And it's not, I mean, business is business. At the end of the day, business is business all day. Mm-hmm. So that can be a part, you know, help to eliminate some of your stress too. Yeah. Making sure you get some of your stuff out top.
Yeah, I mean, my money.
My coins.
Because what also happens is, yeah, you counsel. I'm not talking about like not showing up, this whole other thing, but you counsel, but someone else could have had that slot. Somebody else. And it's sometimes hard if you counsel on a Friday night. The person who needed you that Saturday is already booked with somebody else. So it's like you don't recoup those losses. So that's definitely something that not falling out. Stress.
But don't let it take you out too bad. Like I want to say for me personally, I thank God that I was able to come out of, because I was heading into a deep depression. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, it was really, and people, when I tell people I talk to them about it now, they're like, really? I couldn't tell. But some of the people who are suffering the most are doing it in silence. Mm-hmm. And then you have to put on a face. Yeah. Because we're in a service industry. Yeah. So we provide service. When people come to us, their chair, their bed is like their safe haven. It's like they're relaxing. So they're dumping everything onto us. If you let your client talk, they're talking, but they're also dumping and depositing it onto us. And I know for me, I relax. My, comfort is doing facials. That's how I relax. But I'm really not relaxing because I'm still focused on somebody else. I'm still not focusing on me. I'm focusing on making sure somebody else is okay. So for me, when I started to go down that road, I was like, wait a minute, it was like nothing, I could get nothing right. Nothing was like, it was just like everything was always, okay, wait a minute. I was in a tizzy, and the anxiety was like, it was so overwhelming. And I just had to say, you know what, Singrid, this is not you. This is not going to take you out. You have to do something different. And so what I started doing, it was so hard. But I would get in my car and I'm like, you know what, Singrid, you're not going to have a bad day. Everything is good. Like, I had to start saying positive affirmations
you do.
to myself, because I was like, girl, you about to lose it. Like, I thought I was about to lose my mind. Mm-hmm. And it was crazy because my husband, I finally told him, he was like, what? Really? That ain't even you. No, it's not me. But still, yeah. I mean, that was just part of it was a different type of stress. Mm-hmm. And before I had a job, I had something that was consistent. I had something that was, it was guaranteed. I would, like, my job security, I mean,
even if you go to work and do it halfway, you still gonna get paid. You
still
know,
get paid. Still, even if I did go to work, that's the thing. If I did go to work,
yeah, sick time, you got some vacation time,
still got paid. So even now, so let's talk about how do you plan for if you're not going to be working. So say for instance, like we're going on vacation later on this year. Well, we number a couple weeks, but later on, we going on vacation. So how do you prepare for the upcoming what systems do you have in place to say, okay, let me take care of me. I know I'm going out of town. I have to have this. So what are some of the things that to help alleviate some stress on you?
My husband.
Honestly speaking,
my husband. If it wasn't for my Rock of Gibraltar, Jonathan Hurst, I don't know what I would do. But seriously, I do. My husband is just amazing. He is yes, he is the breadwinner. He's my rock. Oh. But anyway, he bails me out of everything, man. I love you. I love you. But no, seriously, yeah. Aside from me having him, I do try to budget. So I just start to set things back. If I know that okay, I have so many appointments for this week, I'm going to set a portion of it into savings. Or if I get paid in cash, I'll hold on to all the cash I get paid. I won't put it in the bank. I'll put it in my special place. And that's kind of how I am able to save for things like my daughter, she had a birthday earlier, at the beginning of October. And, I just feel like those are some things that I need to take care of because Jonathan takes care of so many things like that. That's me like saying, okay, this is my my way of doing something around this household. Contributing is the word I'm looking for. So, I knew that she had a birthday coming up, so I just saved. Every time I would get some cash, I would put it in the bank or I use Falsy, and Cash App, and so that money goes straight into my account. So I would move it straight to savings. And just really, I had to budget, man. You just have to budget.
Yeah,
you have to.
It can be stressful, and I think that what is not being told as an entrepreneur or how you tell like when people transition into entrepreneurship, I think the missing piece is okay, yeah, you're gonna work for yourself, but yeah, you're gonna be responsible for everything. Yeah, you're responsible for everything at this point. And I think that part of the education is lacking when it comes down to pushing people or helping people go into the entrepreneurship or being self-employed, being their own business person or whatever. That is lacking, and a lot of people, a lot of businesses fold because that's not told. Yeah. And I always say this: if you cannot manage your personal finances, it's gonna be hard to balance. No, don't do it. Don't do it until you get that straight. Because you're all okay. If you think about it, your finances are one of the two main reasons for marriages, and I'm talking about marriages because we are married. Marriages breaking up, busting up, divorce, infidelity is not infidelity. It's because of lack of communication and finances. Yes. Those are two of the main reasons why people bust up and they cheat. It's because of communication and lack of finances. So if I can't even trust my own self in my house, I ain't finna go and I ain't finna sign no lease to nobody. Yeah. I ain't finna none of that. Yes, Erica Grant always tells me, I need to be in a place where I can afford it, and it's don't nobody else come in here. Don't nobody pay booth rent. I need to be able to afford it myself. And those words are very true. Yes, you have got to find something that you know that you can afford, regardless of if anybody helps you, man. Yes, because it's running in the streets. Yes. And people don't realize pretty much a lot of the money I make goes right on back into my business. A lot of money. Yes. Most of the money. A majority of the money. All of the money goes back to. Yeah. I just miss it. And I'm thankful enough to be in a place where my air went out, and maybe during the summer. Well, I mean, the leasing company
you know, they did that. They gave me a new air conditioning use. But you have some people who all of that's on them. If their air goes out, their heat goes out, you know, toilets, anything, they're responsible for that stuff. So I'm at least thankful that, you know, the leasing agency place, they handle that. But you know, everything else, water, power, rent, it's all, you know,
it comes around faithfully.
It comes around every other day.
Like,
every other
I'm back.
day.
What? I just surprised you. So it's real. Like, being an entrepreneur is fun and games until you hit the point where you feel like, and I'm gonna be honest, you can't talk to every other entrepreneur about what you're going through because everybody does not take it as okay, she just needs to talk or she needs help or I can help them through this. A lot of people take, oh, I knew she can do it.
Oh, girl, let me tell you, I talked to Tiffany today and she is not able to handle it. We talked about it.
Yeah.
I told her. You just need somebody to talk to who ain't gonna judge you.
Yes, like no judgment zone. Like, and at the end of the day, entrepreneurs, we're people too. We're people.
A glamorous person.
Yes.
But nevertheless.
But we still, you know, because people, they look for you to fail. That's one. So you have that pressure of, I can't fail. And a lot, like for me, I'm at this point in 2019, November 11th, 2019.
Happy Veterans Day.
Yes, to all the veterans. My husband, my brother, my dad, my uncle.
My husband.
Yeah.
My aunt-in-law. All of them. Happy Veterans Day.
But you know, some people don't. I'm at a point in my life now where I used to, and I'm going into social media now. I used to let that affect me. Mm-hmm. I used to be like, dang, I can't even, they posting all of this. Look at they makeup. Or look at that, how they doing their skincare. Or look at all the people who are liking them. Or look at all the people who are following them. Look at all the, like, I was so consumed with that at one point in time where I devalued my work. I kind of like, you know, I was like, dang, I ain't doing nothing. All these people following him, man, they got people calling him. And my pastor, which is my father, he said yesterday, and I wrote it down, I meant to post it, but it was something to the fact that don't let anybody tell you what you're worth and devalue your worth. You know what it is. And although I've said that many a times, I've always said, can nobody tell me what I'm worth? I know what I'm worth. But when he said it yesterday, you know how you hear something, but that one time, you like, there you go. There you go. Mm-hmm. But now I'm like, you know what? I know my worth now. So I know I'm a bomb institution.
Yeah.
I know I'm a business person. I know I've done so much to now I don't let the social media thing get to me so much. And not to be honest, sometimes I do look at something like, ooh.
I read this quote yesterday. I follow I Am Ming Lee. I don't know if y'all know who she is or not, but anyway, she wrote this and she said, yes, there may be 101 people doing the same thing as you, or even 102, but they don't have what you have. The vital component is you. And it is true, man. I had to screenshot this as to remind myself, and I'm a grown woman, like I'm a fully grown woman, and I still have to just.
But it's funny, like it's funny to hear you say that. And as a fellow entrepreneur and makeup artist, you're one of the makeup artists that are like highly sought after. Like Tiffany is like a highly sought after makeup artist. She is and to hear her say these things is like, wow, like really?
Because I don't moment of transparency. I don't think that at all. Like every day I look at what other career can I be doing? What other thing can I be doing besides makeup? Because I don't think that I am good. What? I always have thought, like I critique stuff. I do makeup, then I just sit there for hours and it puts me in a bad mood because I'm like, I should have moved that lash there. I should have changed the lip color. I should have I just never thought. It was just, I don't know.
No, you're like one of the, I mean, and this is just from being, before I even met you. And the crazy thing is how I met Tiffany. I saw her on Instagram. Somebody had like tagged you or shared something or something like that on Instagram. I didn't even know you were in Tuscaloosa. And I mean, it was so, because I really don't I wasn't just on the ground like that.
Yeah.
But I saw, I was, oh, I know what I did. I had it, the hashtag Tuscaloosa anyways or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my goodness, she's like really, like her stuff is really good. And this was years ago. It had to be at least 5 or 6 years ago.
God.
Because I started in 2013. So it had to be at least that many years ago. And I reached out to you to do our conference.
Yeah, I remember that.
And this is a transparency moment too. So I did the first makeup artist conference here in Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm. It was awesome.
And when I reached out to different makeup artists here, a lot of makeup artists, Tiffany and Rosamond Martin were the only two that took me up on the offer and came and participated. I had one teenager. She Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
She came. She participated, and then Lancia Ball. Well, Lancia was already gonna be a part of it.
Yeah.
But Lancia, because I already knew her, but I didn't know Robin. I didn't know Tiffany. I didn't know any of the other ones that I reached out to. Tiffany and Rosa were the only two who said, you know what? Yes, I would love to be a part of it. Came in. That was my first time ever meeting her. And when we talked, like we had a conversation, she had called me and we had a conversation and I was like, I really want you to be a part of it, blah, blah, blah. And that, I was like, dang, like after I did that, because I really, in my head, that conference is going to be a bomb. These makeup artists are going to reach out. They were going to come. Everybody's going to support. Everybody's going to do this. Everybody's going to do that. Girl, I was like, wow. I did not know how competitive the makeup industry was in Tuscaloosa,
a little small town.
I had no clue. Crushed.
And it was awesome event.
It was. I really enjoyed it. And it was like we had education. We had, like it was.
They had Miss Gwyneth. Yes, and she is like a world-renowned makeup artist who came and taught. I feel like Beyonce was there. It was amazing.
And then like this, the thing about her, she's so humble. Miss Gwyneth Mosey Makeup Academy Training Center in Georgia. She is so awesome. Like she's very humble. She's like just a ball of information, a ball of connection. Like she is amazing. But for her to drop everything that she had to come down here, that's why I was like so excited because I was like, Miss Gwyneth is coming here. She's coming here. No.
But you know what? I think that the people who were supposed to be there were there, and the people who needed to receive what they received it. And that's just all you have to kind of chalk it up to is hey.
And that's how I look at things now. Because I mean, we try to do a lot of events, a lot of meetups, a lot of things like that. And each time it's like, whoo, wait a minute. And sometimes, and that's another thing. And I'm gonna be transparent about that part too. Because I do events and then it's like, ain't nobody really like participating or coming in or whatever. But at the end of it, people are like, you know what, I got this, I'm glad I came. So I'm like, you know what, it may not be for the bigger
Exactly.
scale.
In my age, I think about quality over quantity at this point. And it's all about, I was at the gym probably about a month ago now, and I worked out with Neely. He's awesome, don't get me wrong, but the workouts be brutal. But he made a little speech when we were getting ready to go, and he asked us, he was like, man, y'all ain't working out like y'all need to be. What are y'all stressed about? And he went down the line and everybody talked about what they were stressed about, and I said life. And it was funny that he even like thought to even ask us that, but then he went on these things, and I can't remember everything he said, but I can remember some people standing around being like, when is he gonna stop talking so we can go home? And I remember standing up being like, man, this is exactly what I needed. And I guess it just goes to say like, it's the quality of the message, and everybody's not going to get your message and get what you're talking about. But as long as you're impacting like one person, that's how I'm feeling now. As long as I'm impacting like a half of a person, a child, a cat, it just as long as I've made an impact on something or somebody. I mean, that's just really what it's about, So I guess that's my word to you. I think I went to your event at Another Broken Egg. Yeah. And, I had a folder. I wrote a whole thing of notes front and back. And, I still refer to those things. You were the first person who told me that after 30 days, your Instagram hashtags no longer, you told me something. It's like every 30 days or after.
Yeah, so you can't, like, when you're doing hashtags, if you're doing for so many days, like it was, you can do up to 30 hashtags, and then after, if you're doing them consecutively for 7 days, they actually like blind filter, or like they'll ghost you. Really, they'll hide your post. So you have to switch things up.
You see, I kind of got all the information wrong, but I remember. I wrote it down right.
You had the gist.
I wrote it down right.
Yeah, so it was the gist of it. You had that right. But yeah, and then even with that, like when we did that, like that event came from me because I was so stressed when I first said I want to be a makeup artist, I want to get my business together. People did not help me. Mm-hmm. They said, okay, I can show you this. I had a handful, just a handful of people. Out of all the people that I know, out of all the people that I contacted, a handful of people, literally probably about 5 people, who said, okay, Singrid, you need to do this. Go here, do that. But it stopped right there. Mm-hmm. It wasn't go here, but then this is the next step. Mm-hmm. And I just knew that for entrepreneurs, it was something else that was needed because that has not been done here. Like you have like the edge and you have the chamber, but they don't tell you everything together. They tell you bits and pieces of stuff. Yeah. They don't put it all together and say, no, follow these steps right here. And then the people who do tell you, they're hidden gems. Mm-hmm. You'll find them, but they're hidden gems.
Yeah, it's got to dig.
Yeah, you have to go through. So I didn't want people to have to dig. It was like, no, here you go. You can also pick up my ebook. Mm-hmm. It's on. You can go to our website, iMakeUpMe.com, and click on the Bow Down and Boss Up ebook tab and get your ebook. But in that book, when I did that first one for entrepreneurs, it was out of a need that I saw, and it was heartbreaking to me because I knew how stressed I was and how I just felt at times defeated. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, she just want to pack this up and just go back to the job you just came from.
No. I ain't want to go back to that one. Not me. But
no, man, let me tell you something. This is no cap, as my daughter would say, no cap. It had been times I was like, man, get this. I'm about to go work at McDonald's. Yes, my husband. I was like, I have a college education, so if I go work at McDonald's, at least I'd be a manager. I'd move up pretty quickly. Like, I just wanted to work, but I just wanted some stress-free work. I wanted some mindless work that I didn't have to think. But like every time I try to leave makeup, God be like, yeah.
But that's your passion. That's your passion.
I'm gonna let you leave, and then I'm gonna let you go and do all this different stuff that you don't necessarily need to be doing. But after you get finished getting that degree, or doing whatever you feel like you need to do, working at Wells Fargo, I'm gonna make you come right on back and work and do makeup. Mm-hmm. So
I think that's the part that's like and I love what I do. I love that I'm able to impact people's lives and I'm working in my purpose. Yeah. So I love that part. But again, sometimes the mental portion is just like, oh,
I mean, you really social media, I'm not gonna lie to you, social media stresses me out. It's days. First off, let me just back up because one of the big things I get when people talk to me is, "Ooh, you're very evasive. You're very hard to get in touch with. You never answer the phone. You never text back." Okay, I'm guilty. I know I am. But really what's happening in my own personal life is I have a husband. I have 4 kids. And sometimes when there's so many people trying to message me and email me and Facebook message me and DM me, it's like overwhelming. And instead of me like, I don't know, just my brain doesn't say, okay, Tiffany, let's just start here and then let's work. It's just like, you got to do all of this at one time. And it just makes me shut down and I can't respond to anybody. So that is essentially what's going on. And so also with that being said, sometimes I'll go days or months without being on social media. Or I'll get on posts and I'll get right back off, which means that I'm not seeing messages and stuff like that. But the reason I'm doing this is because you look at, I follow so many people's stories of, them just doing makeup for Hooters or just something crazy. And then they get their big break and now they like world renowned makeup artists. I'm sitting here like, I ain't got no endorsement. Ain't nobody sending no products. I'm not putting the work in like I should, I suppose. But it's actually like when you sit there and you look at what you got going on versus what these people, Makeup Shayla, that I follow her on social media. And I can remember watching her YouTube videos, which were pretty basic. I mean, they weren't anything spectacular, but to see where she is now, and she's persistent, don't get me wrong, but you kind of look at your own life and be like, I'm not getting a trip to Barbados with Smashbox. I'm not getting, and it makes you want to be like, what? I don't want to do this no more. Like, I'm not reaping all these benefits like some of these other people who haven't even worked as long, who haven't even been doing it as long. But that's on me. That's on me.
No, that's not on me. No, because I be like, wait a minute. Like, you worked at McDonald's and you did one YouTube video and you went viral, and now you like all out in California, they flying you everywhere. You got all these people like backing you. You got a team. What?
I know.
Like, I ain't hating. I'm not hating.
I think I may be hating.
I'm not hating. I'm just trying to figure out who was the person that saw them. Can they show them me? Like, can they come my way?
For me?
Can they come my way?
Exactly.
Like, really?
But I guess another one of those things is me being scared. Me being scared to go forth into the world and be critiqued and be criticized and be just kind of lay it all in the open. That's a scary thing, which leads to stress, which ultimately leads to anxiety, which ultimately is why we're doing this. Yeah. All of these different things right here.
We're doing them. So, okay. Is there anything else you want to add to it? I think that was awesome.
I don't know. I guess if I could give advice to my younger self, I would just say, man, just do it. Just go out there and make a fool of yourself.
Listen, speaking of making a fool of themselves, I'm going to be honest. Last night, when I posted that video about you being,
yes,
I was sitting in the bed and I had got from church and I was like, Singrid, you can't take the makeup off because you
gotta do. Once you take the makeup off, you ain't doing nothing.
Over. Like, it's over. So I was like, Singrid, just go ahead and make the video. And I was sitting there literally looking at my phone. I recorded that like 4 times. I said, you know what? These people put stupid stuff on me. I'm just going to post it, and I don't even care. I said, now I'm just going to be posting videos. I don't even care what they look like.
Exactly.
Because clearly content is not always what it's cracked up to be. Because these people be getting like likes and views and shares over crack. I can't even see what's going on in the video, but somebody already picked you up. So from this point on, I'm saying yes on this live, on both of the lives,
all the lives.
I'm just finna just start posting crazy videos. I'm gonna just start coming off the top of my head and posting stuff. And what's the worst that can happen? I can delete it.
And that's at the end of the day, I have to tell myself, what is the worst that can happen? So that's my advice to my younger self. Just go out there, do it. And if it didn't work, just do it again. And if it didn't work, find something else to do. If it didn't work, find something else to do. Like, don't be afraid, because I've lived in a lot of fear. But I grew up in a time where there wasn't social media and there wasn't Facebook and Instagram. And so you have like my daughter's generation, my oldest girl, she's 13, and my 9-year-old, even my 5-year-old, they're growing up with TikTok and Musical.ly and, young kids going viral. They showed me a little girl, Lele or Lele, the other day, who has gone freaking viral. She's 4 years old. And so I guess just my advice is, don't be afraid. If it's something that you love, if you have a passion for something, don't be afraid to go out there and meet people. I am 35 years old. I don't tell people my age a lot, but I'm just now, this year, this season, this last quarter of the year, going out and trying to be more social, trying to network with people, because I haven't always done that because I've always been afraid to. I've always been very anxious. Yes. I like when I walk into a room, it's just like I can't even. I just feel like stuck.
Wow.
So it's just like I'm really trying to get out of that and just go forth, and because like what's the worst that can happen?
I mean,
Somebody says no. Somebody says not interested. I don't like your work. But I still live another life.
Yeah.
It still doesn't stop me from
doing whatever. And I always say that there are no failures. It's just expensive lessons. You just pay more for that lesson.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hey, you didn't fail at it. You know what either not to do or what to change or what to work on. Like as far as like, do I need to improve this part or not? Let me just take that out. Or so that's why with me, fun fact. So I just went to the and if anybody know me, I love Fantasia. Fantasia is like my favorite of all time.
No, I love Fantasia too.
Love Fantasia. So we went to the meet and greet, and they were like, "Okay, so you're gonna speed, take a picture and move on." I told my friend, I said, when they give you one, you take the 5 minutes that God gave you.
Oh yeah.
So no matter what situation you're in, no matter where you're at or what you're doing, if somebody says you only got a minute, no, I prayed for 5. So I'm going to take this. This is my opportunity. So I'm going to take this. And sometimes you have to go and take back what's yours. You have to go and get what's yours. Because not everything is going to be handed to you on a platter. Not everything is going to be handed to you with ease. Not everything is going to be handed to you where you ain't got to decipher or you ain't got to put together the puzzle. So you have to go and you have to take what you want. You have to take what's yours. Now don't go in there and get something that you didn't pray for.
Yeah,
that ain't yours.
Don't be stealing from Walmart. Now she ain't talking about like a TV or nothing.
No. I'm talking about the spiritual and the natural and things that work for you.
Yes.
But that's how I live now. My husband always tell me, well, you dominate a room when you go in there. I said, because I'm not going to play. I'm going to get what I set out for. Yeah. And that's just me. Now, I'll come in a room and I'll be quiet. If you ask me something, I'm going to talk. Because at the end of the day, you're always one yes away from that big breakthrough.
That's true.
So,
and there's only 6 degrees of separation. Have you ever heard that? 6 degrees of separation, which means that like I am only 6 people away from knowing Beyonce. I'm only 6 people away from knowing Barack Obama. Like, and it's true. Like, you really are only 6, just very few people away from the person you want to be or the person you need to meet to take you to the next level. So that's why you got to get out there and talk to people and converse. And I got to stop living this anxious life in my little corner of the beauty bar, scared to
and I don't know why. You are literally like one of the, and I said this earlier, like one of the best. I mean, for me, I look at your work and I'm like, I need to do a one-on-one with you. Like, I love your work. I love what you do. I love how you conduct your business. And I'm like, you know what? I need to schedule. Like, I seriously have been thinking about this.
Well, but then meanwhile, while you thinking that, I'm thinking, I'm about to quit doing makeup. Like, this December's going to be my last day doing makeup, December 31st.
Everybody call home December.
I am going to go work in the deep trenches of like a factory like Mercedes or Lear or I'm going to go work like deep, like just where nobody can never see me again, like a troll. I'm just going to be like working on something in the very back of the factory or the plant or something. That's what I tell myself. That's what I'm saying. But I'm trying to get out of that. I'm trying to like open up, and
she ain't gonna do it. She ain't gonna. If I got anything to do with it, she ain't gonna do it. She gonna look. If she have to come over here, or if we have to go find her somewhere else, or we have to go over there and set up at Vine Mercy, she ain't going. She ain't stopping.
Let's keep
she ain't stopping. But see, that's a part of we go through that though. That's just reality. We go through it. You see the outside, but behind the scenes, it's like.
Yeah, I was somewhere the other day and somebody was like, I was telling them, I have a daughter, and then they asked me something else with my other daughter, and they asked me something else. I was like, well, I have another daughter that does this, and then they asked me, I'm like, well, I also have a baby that I said, man, you look good to have 4 kids. I'm like,
meanwhile, I'm over here with my pre-baby weight. So
whatever. What I'm trying to say is, it looks alright. The package is, and it's social media for you too. The package is pretty. Because I'm gonna let you see what I want you to see. You're not gonna see the stress and anxiety, but it's definitely like if you could cut my body open, like pull it apart, you see like crazy on the inside. But I'm just trying to keep that package together, like a Christmas present.
It's my favorite time. Yeah. Okay. So Tiffany, I want to tell you thank you so much.
Thank you
for doing this.
Thank you.
This has been awesome. Again, I wanted to do like a whole format about. We don't need to do all that. We just cut from the hip, shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
So again, this has been brought to you by iMakeUpMe Beauty and Skincare and
Mercy Beauty Bar.
Yeah, so make sure you follow me on social media. I'm at iMakeUpMe across the board, and that's the letter I, MakeUpMe. And on my website, iMakeUpMe.com, and as well as sharing, tagging, liking, subscribing, all of that good stuff to us. We need to stay connected. If you have anything else, if you want to continue the conversation after this podcast ends, just hit me up.
Yeah, hit me on my page.
Yeah. So tell them how they can find you again.
Oh, so you can find me on Instagram at Cindy_Laway. Cindy Laway on Facebook. Cindy Laway on Style Seat. And I think that's about it. That's it.
Okay. So we're gonna have to have you back on here to talk about some other stuff.
I like to talk.
Me too.
I think. I was actually nervous coming here. I've told you before the thing. I was really nervous. Like on the way to drive here, I was sweating on my armpits and stuff, but I've gotten it together now. I got it together.
I'm so glad that you agreed to be our first guest.
Honored
to relaunch our podcast. Again, make sure you are listening to our podcast, Unapologetically Flawed. I will post the link on all the social media platforms so you can actually listen to it as well as view it on YouTube. And if you're watching us on on Facebook, I will. Oh, thank you.
Oh, somebody said something.
Let's see what they say.
Yes, please, Candace.
Yes.
Candace knows my craziness. A story about Candace I always tell people. Candace gets me. If I don't answer the phone, Candace will text me. If I don't answer the text, Candace is going to call Jonathan. And it is what it is. Candace is like, I know Tiffany's crazy, but I need to talk to her, so I'm going to call whoever I need to. She gets me. Candace gets me, man. I appreciate you, Candace.
And Sherry Chandler Johnson, you girls rock too. I will follow Corey and Johnson. Yes,
she will, because Sherry is like in her first career was like a paralegal, so I definitely believe that she would do that. So I'm gonna stay doing makeup, Sherry. Okay?
Yeah. Stay doing it. So thank you guys again for watching. I said I didn't say this, that the Facebook Live, I will not be posting that. So if you did not watch it live, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
You're gonna have to follow us on YouTube or like the YouTube channel to actually watch it again. So yay! All right. So we're out. So Tiffany Flowers first, thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
Yay! All right, bye. I think that's it. Now I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how to end this YouTube live. So let's see how this. Okay, so what does that go?
Don't you just press image?
We're gonna do that, but can I? Oh, are you sure? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.